It is important to analyze political extremism at the European and at the global level because extremists are cooperating on an international level. They are connecting across borders with each other. They are, for example, looking for inspirations on the ideological level in other countries. They are copying each other's strategies, or they are forming organizations in which like-minded people from different countries are meeting and working together. Extremists are influencing each other on the ideological level across borders. For example, in right-wing extremism, we can name here as an example Renaud Camus, who is a representative of the French New Right. Renaud Camus has developed a conspiracy theory, the theory of a great replacement. And he says the Western governments are seeking to exchange their incumbent population by foreigners, which they are attracting through migration processes. And this conspiracy theory, developed by Renaud Camus, has been adopted by right-wing extremists all over Europe and all over the world. We can see, for example, the right-wing terrorist in New Zealand, Brenton Tarrant, who committed the attacks in Christchurch in March 2019. He named his manifesto after the book and the theory of Renaud Camus, The Great Replacement. We can see the same phenomenon in left-wing extremism. For example, anarchists, Italian violence-oriented anarchists, are writing texts which are read all over Europe by left-wing extremists. There are also examples of cross-border joint activities of political extremists. For example, in right-wing extremism, we can name the cooperation in organizing martial arts festivals or music festivals like a Call of Terror in France. We can also name groups of neo-national socialists who are organizing themselves in social media accounts like Telegram. We have, for example, neo-national socialists who are planning terrorist plots. And in these groups, we usually have participants from different countries. We can see the same in left-wing extremism. We have activities of left-wing extremists across borders, like, for example, in February 2023, there were German left-wing extremists traveling to Budapest, to a right-wing extremist event in Budapest, in order to beat up participants, right-wing extremist participants in this event, and this was quite brutal. Also, we can see that left-wing extremists are organizing the protests against summits like G20 summits across borders. For example, the riots in Hamburg in July 2017 have been organized on an international level by left-wing extremists. Research on political extremism can support the fight and the observation of political extremism by the analysis of political extremism, by analyzing the ideologies, analyzing the strategies, and analyzing the organizational forms of political extremism. And especially on the international level, it is very fruitful to make a comparison of ideologies, of strategies, of organizational forms, in order to find out what are patterns of right-wing extremism, patterns of left-wing extremism. And these patterns, which can be analyzed in research on political extremism, can then be used by agencies, intelligence agencies, in the fight against political extremism. And this leads to a fruitful cooperation between theorists and practitioners in intelligence, and this is an important task of the Intelligence College in Europe.